Hey everyone. So today I want to talk about how I became a catalyst and what kind of drove me to where I am now, because we all have a story and every story is so different, but there's always something that if we look in the past, we'll find was our true nature or our true spirit, but we couldn't see it before. It's like that feeling when you're a kid and you know you're different, but you can't understand why you're different. When I was a child, I was always an old soul. It's like I said things that children didn't normally say. I want to say that I was left out a lot. I was bullied for quite a while. I didn't fit in, that's for sure. And I felt different. I just felt different. But I was also like someone who didn't go with the crowd. I didn't follow the crowd. I was just usually by myself. Like, I made a lot of friends. I made friends easily. But all through those years, I realized that I enjoyed like coming up with my own ideas and being different. At first, it was like, I hate being different. Why am I so different? But then eventually I started to embrace it. And eventually I was like, wait, I know where I want to go in life. I know what I want. And what I wanted was to be successful. I wanted to get married. I wanted to find true love. And I did those things. I did all of those things. In retrospect, now I can see that. But the gypsy soul in me is just always wandering, always searching for something more. And when I do that, I'm always in the process of reinventing myself. And it's through those processes of reinventing yourself and, like, I want to say, like, going through life and pressures and obstacles. It's like, that's where you're born. That's where you're reborn over and over and over again, like constantly reinventing yourself. And I was talking to a friend tonight about like when we were talking about those formative years when I was in college. I honestly thought like I would just go to school and like right after I graduated, I would find the job of my dreams, or I would just get a really good paying job. And that did not happen. A lot of things that mainstream society sets you up for is failure. Because why do I need to get a job to pay for school, which I paid for school already, if that makes any sense? Like, you're going to school, you're paying for school to get a job in order to pay for school because it's so expensive. I did take out loans. So, I mean, majority of people end up taking out loans during their school years. So it's kind of like, I didn't realize it before, but during those years I was thinking, well, I would get a good job afterwards and I'll be able to pay this off, no big deal. So like most people, I applied, and then you get all of these rejections because you don't have X, Y, and Z. You don't have this, you don't have that. It's like so many hoops to jump through. You need to have this certification in order to get this job. You need to get more experience. And you're only 18, 19 years old. So it's like, how do they expect people of our age to do these things? And now, through that, I became really depressed. Like, I was just sad. I was like really trying to pay my bills, go to school. I was really poor during college. I have to say, I struggled quite a bit. I had 2 jobs. I decided during that time to take a mortgage broker course and become certified in the state to do mortgage, while my boyfriend at the time was doing real estate. And during that time, the economy crashed, and it was like all I did was waste money on that, and on something that did not materialize for me. And I was like, I felt like I was going on an upwards battle, trying to make it and trying so hard to just make my dreams come true. And I was trying to get married at the time. I mean, we weren't ready to get married because he kept saying that we didn't have anything. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you have anything. It's all about the love and, the bond that you share. And I was having a hard time, like, trying to convince him of that. And at some point, I had to say, you know what, no more. No. If you don't want to get married, then that's fine. But I really can't, wait any longer. And then I realized that at some point that I was unhappy where I was living, and I needed to make a change. And it just happens that the universe sends these situations. It makes you uncomfortable. It makes you angry, or it makes you like frustrated. It just sends you these situations where you're just sitting there and you feel exhausted and you don't want to be here anymore. Let's put it bluntly. I was very suicidal at that point in my life. I was very depressed. I was down a lot. I did not take care of myself. I kind of let myself go. I was not doing as much as I do now to make sure that I stay in the light. And that's how I transmute. Like, every time I'm going through a rough patch, I find ways to overcome and to constantly work on a project or do something than to sit and to ruminate on who said what to me and who is hurting my heart right now, and what are the memories that are coming up from my past, or the traumas that are coming up in my past. And I really, I put my whole heart into being better. So that is why I decided, and that's kind of like what fueled me to start my personal development blog, because I said, you know what, I have to do something. Like, I'm not going to just sit here and just be a stay-at-home mom. And I mean, if that's what makes you happy, that's great. But for me personally, it wasn't for me. I knew that there was so much more that I wanted to accomplish in life, and I wasn't doing it with my psychology degree when I was in college. So I started that personal development blog, and over the last longer than 8, I want to say like 12 years, ever since I've been doing all of these random things, whatever random thing you can think of, that whether it was changing my hair, or doing a new room in my house, or like, I want to say, like, taking up something new, I sparked something within my circle, and I would see a domino effect with my friends and my family and the people I would talk to, and people I would talk to a lot. Because again, I've always been extroverted, so I wanted to share these things with people. I wanted to, get my zest for life out. Like, I'm so passionate, so I wanted to get all of these things out and talk, and I was excited. Whenever I get excited about something, I just want to share it. So I was sharing it with so many people. And of course, I mean, it's kind of like when you're a way shower, or you're a trendsetter, people catch on and people start to do stuff. So that's how I realized I was a catalyst. But more than that, I realized I was a light worker, because I always wanted to help. So if someone came to me and they said, oh, well, this is what I've been dealing with, I will personally give you my tools and like tell you like, okay, here, this is what I did. I am not the person that says, oh no, I'm gonna keep that a secret. This recipe is a secret. No, my beauty routine, no, that's a secret. I am not that person. I've always been the person that says, here, take it, I'll give it to you. Or here, this helped me, maybe it might help you. So naturally, I wanted to help people. And even though I was not telling everyone, hey, go and do this, this is what I'm doing, go and do the exact same thing that I'm doing, they were like, I want to say copying, but it was in a good way, because that just showed how intentional I am, and how much power I had, and how divinely the universe gives me the blessings and the know-how to just get things done. And now others are following suit, which is, like, that's what a catalyst does. But more importantly, I feel like it's like when people are in their down phases in life, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to turn on the light and to express, like, hey, I was there. And I know nowadays you might get turned off by someone saying, hey, like, if you're telling someone your problem and then you're the one saying, if that person's the one saying that, hey, I've been through this before, I know a lot of people get annoyed by that, but generally, I want to say that I used to do that all the time, but I do it from love. I don't do it because I want to overshadow what you're saying. I'm doing it because I'm trying to relate to you, to let you know. And I feel like a lot of times when I was doing that, maybe people were like off-put, or like off, I want to say, like, sometimes you have to be really patient with me, because sometimes I don't find the right word, and I'm trying so hard to use the right word and to be careful about what I say, because I think words are powerful and everything that we say can be misconstrued. So it's just better to just wait or pause, or like explain even further. And that's another trauma response within me, that I was finding myself over explaining for a lot of things in life. I would over explain, and then people didn't get me. So as a catalyst, I was thinking that maybe I should actually write articles. And I did write articles, and people enjoyed them. People would email me and like write comments that they enjoyed my articles. So up until this year, I got a few comments from an article I put out with Thought Catalog, and it was 10 things that makes you intimidating. And I started to see these patterns between like behaviors of people, and that's how I came up with the article on 10 things that make you intimidating. But the fact that that article still to this day, from 2014 to 2020, here we are today, is still getting comments, and I've made a dent in someone's life, whoever it is, I've touched them in some way. I feel like that's why I needed to do this. I needed to come out, make articles, and now make videos, because let's face it, nowadays people don't want to read. People want to see a face. They want to see something or listen to something when they're busy cooking, or they're busy dealing with their children. Nobody has time to devote to reading as much as they did before. They'd rather get their content through videos or like watching YouTube all day. So then I realized now I need to move to get a higher audience on YouTube, because I need to reach people. It's my purpose. I have to. Like, I don't know. I don't know anything else right now. And I think that the universe really made me sit down and reflect this year. Reflect on what was I doing before, and what were those all distractions from the healer in my birth chart? Were those the I want to say, were those just me being a busybody instead of facing who I was and who I'm meant to be? And that is what my question is for you guys today. Who are you, and who are you meant to be? As always, like, comment, and subscribe.